two sources documenting this stream today. Like I've told you, friend, this a few times, but one of the prophecies that I'm trying to self fulfill is using these streams, every single word that was said, every single comment that was contributed, every single idea, even the very, the scene and the colors I'll be wearing. I want to make it into, uh, I guess you can call it a psychedelic three-dimensional artwork. So the way that I envision it happening is creating a artificially intelligent interpreter of the melt streams, where I'm going to create basically an artificial intelligence, and I'm going to assign it different colors, different textures, different, maybe even feelings. You could give words feelings, and then it's going to have a whole database of what different words mean to me, how it makes me feel, how I would try and describe said word if I was to try and describe it visually. And then I'm going to analyze, feed these streams directly into it, have it analyze, like you take out, and turn into just text every single word that was said, referencing every single word that was said and the amount that was said and the context in which it was said, and then adding that to the, almost like key, if you will, finding references of what the shape is supposed to look like, and then rendering a three-dimensional object that is quite literally the representation of what it was we were talking about, using the colors that it is I'm wearing. Mm. Self-fulfilling prophecy. It's gonna happen. I don't know how, when, but it's there somewhere in the future. But we are here now, and that's what's important. Sheen from Montana says hi. Maybe it's Sean. Well, say hi to Sheen or Sean. Say hi to you. Thank you, friend. Good morning, my guy. Hair looks good. Nice trim. Thank you, Toast. My hair hasn't been cut in months. It's just not growing. It refuses. It's like, oh, I see I have reached X length. Guess it's time to yeet. And then it's like, woo! Fucks off my head. Falls to the ground, dude. Gets all trapped in the drain or whatever. And then the new one comes in its place. Like, sick. Job opportunity, starts growing another hair, and then it keeps doing it to exactly this length, and a part of me feels like I want it to be that way, because like when I'm doing yoga, for example, and I have like an arm swoop up and I bring my arms back down. What can happen sometimes already is like this little gets caught in my armpit here, and then I pull my own hair, and I know that if my hair was this much longer, then it would happen ceaselessly. I would have to tie my hair back. So maybe it's for the good. Maybe it's only supposed to be this long. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh goodness, I'm gonna really lean on myself today. Maybe like give myself some poking, because the topic, the whole context of the topic is a little bit out there. So I'm going to try and be as playful with it as possible. Hello friends, I like it now. Got my propane a half an hour ago. I'm so happy to hear that. You must be heating up as we're speaking, Shannon. Thank you for joining us, for sharing with us your progress. I appreciate it, even if it's the progress of just, getting the propane tank in. Progress, nonetheless. What's up, Isaac? Nice to have you here, Brother Bear. Thank you for joining us. I have a job interview at a dispensary on Monday. Oh, yow. Oh, man, that makes me happy, Toast. Seeing Toast selling bud to someone, being amongst people who smoke bud as well, being able to experience, a community in that way as well, where people are accepting of the way that we want to see and experience the world. Your job is going to be to have conversations about weed, dude. How freaking radical is that? Thank you for sharing with us. Toast, good luck, Brother Bear. Good luck, man. It's not growing because you haven't trimmed. Isaac, my mom likes to say that as well. Maybe it's true, Ermius Blur. Maybe it's true. I don't know. Maybe that's how it works. To my brain, it doesn't make sense that it works that way. So what you're saying is, I cut my hair, and then it gets longer. Excuse me? Hey, Untitled! Nice weather. I am. Am I right? I mean, it's not bad. It's getting to be a little bit cold, you know. It's getting to be really cold. So I'm happy to actually be sitting outside, and we've had a lot of sun. So it's not too cold. It's like cold, but it's tolerable. Maybe like 21, maybe like 19 degrees Celsius right now. So nice. Very nice. Thank you for joining me, friend. Allowing me to share this moment with you. Woo woo, Toasty. Right? I'm so happy for him. I am. Yes, you are, Shannon. Thank you so much for growing, friend, ceaselessly. Let me just plank length. Whoa, 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 whoa. Plank length port over to you and fix you up, friend. Finds herself right in front of me. Hair. Clips back into wherever it is you are. Dispense that goodness my way. There we go, Gobbity Thank you for joining us, dude. So nice to have you here, Brother Bear. How are you doing? I have to be extra springy today. Springy? Like now, not now. There's like two meanings. Spring, as in because it is spring where you are from. You know, in America, it's spring right now. And the second one is to be like hyperactive. Which one do you mean? Those the thrill for you, brother. Same. It's such a cool opportunity. Merman, brother Bear, dude. It's so nice to see you again. Like I've been missing you. I haven't said it with you showing up the last 2 days, but I've been feeling it, and now that missing, is becoming a prophecy that has been fulfilled. Now you're showing up. Thank you for joining us so consecutively, brother Babe, even if it's for a moment. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love you share and for your presence. I do have to read something worth saying. And it's good hair days, Here's the good hair days. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. I've been tripping out about losing my hair since when was the first time? As I 2000 end of 2018. I was like, am I losing my hair? And no, apparently it has been the exact same since. And yet, in my life, in this point of myself, I don't want to care about shit like that anymore. I'm just like, what? It's literally these little things being slowly 3D printed out of your head. It doesn't matter, and I know that, and I'm embracing that. And now that your friends are loving on the hair, I'm like trying to balance. Be like, oh, but what if I cannot accept this love if it means I won't receive this love if I no longer have the thing that is loved. And then the other side of myself is like, there is only love, but stop tripping out, dude. Say yes to life that you are willing to let the fullness of it wash through you and carry you into an ever deepening understanding. The understanding of all that you are. Woo! Actually, it says all that God is, but same. Different, but still same. Say yes to life that you are willing to let the fullness of it wash through you and carry you into an ever deepening understanding, the understanding of all that infinity is. That feels good. I really like that one. And the fact that we opened up to that one so haphazardly and it's so in tune with what it is we want to talk about today. I really want to hit on this understanding, this feeling that we are, each and every single one of us are these self-fulfilling prophecies. Like we say things, we think things, then we say things, and then we do things. And that triangle is a self-fulfilled prophecy where this information is received by you. This information is, transmitted by you, and then this information is implemented by you. And then implementing that information, you have fulfilled the thing you prophesized, you know? And we do it every single day. And we do it on like these different time scales as well. I was having a hard time meditating today. I was running a little bit of an experiment on my body. So I we have this grapefruit tree, and it has a few fruits right now, and I really enjoy grapefruits, especially the juice. And I'm enjoying it particularly these last few days because I've found something interesting about it. Damn it. Reddit, dude, Reddit, stop dropping my streams. I guess it's okay. You know, wanting a grapefruit. Should I wait until our Reddit friends are joining us again? I think I will. I think I will because it is kind of interesting to me, at least. Okay, just making sure I have all of the hooks of the stuff I want to say. Uh, can't leave me. Fortunately, I copy my titles because I know. Ah, ooh, Reddit, love me, please, please, Reddit, don't drop my streams. Thank you, Reddit, for hosting my stream again in this moment. I appreciate you, Reddit. Sitting here for a bit until the Reddit lag resolves. It got completely rackety rude. I want to hear this grapefruit pause. Suddenly. Now I'm here to continue harassing Melt about his hair. You thought you could escape? Like maybe the universe was like, oh goodness. Isaac is like, and the universe was like, no, 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 no. I'm just gonna take this slide of the universe where bullets are flying towards Melt. I'm gonna put it here. It's still with us, but it's no longer in this moment. So I'm just gonna put it here, and then we're gonna continue here, and then I'm gonna miss all of these bullets that's gonna hit. Thank you, Isaac, for coming on the YouTube as well. You can't escape when you are open to everyone, and I don't need to escape anywhere. There's nothing for me to escape to. Even if I escape, I'm still going to be here in this moment, like we have been our entire existences. Okay. Woo! Wow! Thank you, Merman, for joining me. I feel a little bit ridiculous. I feel as the sun blasting in my eyes right now. I think it will. I think it will resolve itself. Maybe if I sit like this, it's not that bad. Zero watching. Even if Zero is watching, the thing it is we're doing right now continues, right? Like I have shown up for love in this moment. So even if nobody else shows up with me, at least someone, somewhere on planet Earth is choosing to show up for love. Right? And I've created this whole paradox in my head at this point where now I'm like this. If I don't carry the torch is gonna lay on the ground. Tell him, pick up the torch. Keep carrying the torch. That's where my mind is right now, Merman. So the fact that you friends are willing to show up with me, carry the torch with me, go and carry the torch into the rest of the world, into your infinity, and illuminate the lives of others. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Right? Like the fact that you're willing to do that is something that is so infinitely vast that I couldn't expect it of everyone. So I don't. And the fact that you friends are willing to do it nonetheless means that I'm all the more thankful. Love you so much, brother. Found your granite the other day. So instantly, all of the little fractals that get activated with the word granite is like smooth countertops. But I'm pretty sure that's not the fractal that you are experiencing right now, Merman. Do share with me, brother Bay. Happy day, 484 friends, sending you love and light, each of you. Thank you, Lisa. Sending it right back to you. I appreciate it so much. Hello, you guys. I love you. Thank you so much, Jovan, for joining us as well. It's so nice to have you here, friend. Okay, is it grapefruit story time? Maybe. Maybe we'll get back into it. Goofing today. I'm feeling a little bit ridiculous, Jovan. It makes me so happy. Should I share and ping for the Reddit link in Discord? If so, leave me a moment before grapefruit story. Should I share and ping? I'm gonna wait for Natalie to be in the Reddit so I can share grapefruit story. So many days of streaming accomplished. Wow, so many days of streaming accomplished, and yet, Gob, it's only this day. You know, like yes, I've streamed for 484 days, but I've only streamed today. It's only been I've only streamed right now. in this moment. Oh, and the more we do it, the better we get at it. So thank you, God, for showing up with me today, brother Bear. It's so nice to have your presence here instantly. The fractal Gob on tractor, Doger next to him, wind blowing through his hair. You know, like I've this I think jerry rig everything, and he's this fitness commentator, and both of them recently has been making these jokes about the wind blowing through their hair, dude. And I feel it so much. Like even though it's the same archetype making the same joke, I'm like, yes, fucking live into it. Good friend, that jumped out of the dirt last year when I was digging and thinking of you, of course, but the babe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for keeping it. Like even just holding it and attaching the fractal of this is energy melt sent me. That means something. And like on that note, was it the day before yesterday that I pulled a card for Kira Burb? And the card that I pulled, so it was quite like a little bit of a surreal experience. I burned some incense and I saged my crystals, I saged my cards, and then I started pulling these. Well, I started shuffling the cards, and as I was shuffling the cards, one of these cards literally came like flying out, falls on the ground, face up, and the card was peace offering. And I sent that card to her as well. And the card is basically like the imagery on the card is these entities, in these golden ratio spirals, being mirrored with one another, making these hearts. And it was like peace offering. And I had this moment of like feeling like, I've been at battle, or fighting, if you will, against these forces, regardless of how much I try to do good, they're always going to be like, but how about you don't do good? How about that? And then I'm gonna be like, yo, I could, but how about no? And it's been this like back and forth push, pretty much for as long as I can remember. And as soon as I saw that peace offering, it was like I wasn't gonna have to fight that hard anymore. They were like, okay, how about truce? Peace a little bit? How about it? And I was like, and I sent the meaning to Kira Verb as well. And now, forever, Kira is going to be attached to that peace offering card as well. So every single time I pull it, that little fractal is going to come with it. So the fact that you can attach the fractal of me to a piece of granite, and the fact that we can do that as human beings, again, is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You create an idea, or you receive an idea, if you will, you communicate that idea, and then by holding on to something physical, doing the action of looking at it, you can realize that experience once again. Oh, goodness. Granted, so much love being said. I sorry, Toasty. I'll leave it to you. Back here. Okay, Natalie. Grapefruit story. So, okay. Grapefruit has this compound in it that makes things more bioavailable to the point where they basically sent like a public service announcement out to everybody taking heart medications, like blood pressure medications, that you should not take these heart medications with grapefruit juice because people literally die by overdose because of what grapefruit juice does to you, or at least the compound in it causes your body to utilize things more efficiently. It puts your body in a more receptive state to absorb different compounds. And I was like, yes, absorb like more bioavailability. And, my mindset of trying to take care of my body. It's like, that's good. And I do enjoy coffee, and I drink a coffee as I'm meditating. And I've been doing it for a while. And I do feel coffee causes me to have a harder time meditating. Like if I'm the easiest way for me to meditate is either late at night or first thing in the morning. So in the middle of the day, it's already difficult to meditate. And then on top of that, as I'm sitting and meditating, I'm like zazen meditating, like open eye meditating, and I'm drinking my coffee. I can feel how it becomes more and more difficult for me to stay in that calm space, and I become more and more agitated, how I become more and more reachy, like, oh, I should do this, or I should go and get this done, oh, I only have this much time left, oh, how much time do I have left, oh, I want to check my phone. I can as I'm drinking the coffee, I can sit and I can witness how this hyperactivity causes me to try and reach outwards. And today, I did it with grapefruit juice, and I don't know if it was the bioavailability thing that was like causing it, but I had anxiety, but not like normal something is wrong anxiety, more like something is coming anxiety, and it was that feeling. Some of you friends might have experienced it before, and if you haven't, it's not something you have to experience, but the pre-flight anxiety that you get after taking a psychedelic substance, where you've done it. It's been done. There's no backing out now. And then it's just this experience of like the you think you are, the you have thought with as you think you are who you are, you think? So basically, you have this thing called the default mode network. It's this structure in your brain, more representational structure in your brain where neurons keep firing together over and over again, and it's your conscious slash sober slash day-to-day experiencer. It's the default mode network. It's the thing that basically runs your life for most of it. When you take a psychedelic substance, it down-regulates that default mode network and up-regulates interconnectivity between different parts of your brain. So on a physiological level, the way you normally think melts away, and then you get reintroduced to this more, if you will, expansive way of thinking. And I felt like that was basically what was happening to me just after having this coffee, and I was just breathing. Breathing. And then I went to have the cold shower, and it was this recognition of the I am, like genuinely. Well, let me backtrack a little bit. As I was like sitting with this feeling of this pre-flight anxiety of like, I've done it, it's been done, this is like this resolute feeling of there's no going back almost. And the thing that I felt I have done, the thing that I feel there's no going back from, is the life that we've chosen to manifest for ourselves. I remembered in that moment so thoroughly while I was, working. So when I was 17, when I was 16, I got into a relationship, and it was the first relationship I've ever been in. It was a very physical charged relationship. So it was very distracting naturally to a 16-year-old. And I was like, well, this is something that brings me joy in life. Other things, especially school, does not bring me joy in life. So I basically failed math. And when I say basically, I mean I failed math completely. And my dad was like, "Oh, okay. Don't want to study, huh? How about you go work then?" And in South Africa, the legal age you can take your kids out of school at 16. So he took me out of school at 17, and he got me a job with one of his like fabrication friends. So he does these things called light steel frames. They're these sheets of metal that they fold into three-dimensional structures, and folding it into a three-dimensional structure basically gives it more rigidity, and it stays light, which is pretty nice, and you can build entire structures with it pretty efficiently. So I learned how that whole process works. I learned how to weld and grind infrastructure for the stuff that went mounted into. I learned how to use CNC machines to be able to laser cut the steel stuff that we used. I learned how to use one of those bending machines. I learned how to dig foundation. I learned so much, but I was dying because I couldn't continue doing that indefinitely. And I was like, they were like, I was working 11 hours a day. And that was like one of the biggest things as well. It was a little bit brutal. I mean, I had like an hour lunch, so 10-hour days, but it was all physical, labor, and it was long hours, and we had to wear steel-toed, shoes, and horrible, horrible, horrible. Anyway, so one day I was like, and oh goodness, I'm just like tripping out, remembering all of the bullshit I had to go through. So I didn't have a car, obviously, so I had to walk to the closest grocery store, which was like a kilometer and a half, like a mile away. So I had to like walk a mile, to the grocery store, walk a mile back to my apartment. And I was like, I wasn't like, trying to waste any time. So after I got home that one day, I started walking to the grocery store. I got like my ingredients in my hands, and I was just like carrying it, you know, in my overalls, in my steel-toed shoes, carrying it back to my apartment. And I remember putting my, you know, grocery bags down because I was like trying to do a big run, so I don't have to do this regularly. Like, and I was like rubbing the creases that the bags were pulling in my hands, and I don't know how old they were. Maybe early 20s, probably. Early 20s, maybe still teenagers. But this car full of young people, you know, was like driving by, and they stop next to me and they roll their windows down. And the first thing that comes to my mind is, oh, these individuals are seeing me struggle. They're gonna help me. And I get excited and they start laughing at me. They just straight up look at me and they laugh in my face. And I realize what's happening. You know, I'm like, oh, I am this stereotypical, you know, working class individual now, and they are the stereotypical middle class individual, and they're actually laughing at me. And I smile at them, and I pick my bags up, and I start walking in the opposite direction. And goodness, did that shit wreck me. And I was like, in that moment, as I was walking back, it was this continual repeating of, I'll show them. I'll fucking show them. I'll show them. And that I'll show them thing has been with me for so long now. And it's been a constant manifestation of what I think is now required of me, like what I need to show them, what I've prophesized for myself, what I'm trying to manifest for myself, came from an experience like that as well. And I think it wasn't the only one. It was just the one that came up in that moment. And thinking in that moment of what I was telling myself about myself. In that moment I didn't, oh, I am so horrible because these people are laughing at me. No. Quite the opposite. It was like a resolute accepting of like, I am what I am. I know what I am. I'll show them what I am. And I've been carrying that. And as I was getting into the shower again, I was like taking it onto myself to just repeat those I ams of like, I am loyal, I am supportive, I am giving, I am joyous, I am happy. Whew. Our power to literally become, we are already, but to become more, to live more into that fullness of being a self-fulfilling prophecy is crazy. Like, I can't even imagine what that did for my future. You know, and I thank them in a way for that. Because like I wouldn't have been able to feel that strongly about what it is I want if I didn't have that experience. Little did they know. Maybe they knew exactly, you know? Maybe the unconscious part of themselves was like, now you're gonna go and stop next to this person and laugh at them. Oh goodness. But there we go. Thank you for letting me share that story. Jokes on Isaac. Your hair is on point for YouTube. Thank you so much for the love, Natalie. Hey, homie, you're appreciated. No, you, Monster Rockstar 444. I really like your username, friend. So, by the way, friends, I recently realized the 44 is also the infinity symbol. And I was like, why? Wait a second. Maybe I'll do it here. Right? A 4. But if you have 2 of those 4s and you lap those crosses over one another by flipping the other one, it becomes once again that infinity symbol. And I was like, huh, okay. Neat. So thank you for joining us, Mr. 44. Well, 444. You streaming your doggy today? I do hope so. Thank you for asking, friend. Encouraging our gobbledygoo to share that lovely dogger of his. Goofing today. Should I share? Leave me a moment. Natalie, I hope you got the grapefruit story. I'm so scared. I only know about the grapefruit method video, feeling haunted. I feel I got haunted just by thinking about what haunts you guys. The last 5 days have been very transformative. I feel today is the first day on the other side, and I feel good. I've earned perspective and insight and excited to love more. Thank you so much, Brother Bay, for growing, dude. Goodness, it makes me happy. So happy to hear you're feeling better, friend. I feel a lot better as well. I think we're all going to. You know, it's that other side of the flow now. Like we get to integrate the stuff that we've learned. Yes, Shannon, I felt so connected to you these past few days, and I genuinely feel that you have given each other strength and inspiration to continue our path. Thank you, dear, dear friend. There we go, Isaac. That feeling since day one, dude. And I can, it's been boggling my mind. How is that even real? You know, and the fact that we can have access to it through the means of, you know, these technological devices. Man, this dude, I've like taken this little beetle out of my water 3 times now, and he keeps trying to drown himself. Bruh, save yourself, please. You should dreaming. Small grapefruits growing on trees. Your appreciation for them more now because you recently learned. Please continue. Thank you so much, Natalie. Again, sorry, day 484 of what? Daddy-o? Day 484 of streaming every single day for the last 484 days. Yes, thank you, Mel, for your articulation skills. I felt very, very connected to you friends these last few days. Like, you friends have genuinely helped me through so much. Like, it felt like the the day before yesterday, 2 days before yesterday, was brutal for me. You know, like I had a hard time. I was like crawling, pulling myself through that day. And you know, I feel like today I was tired. Like I had to bake some rusks today, and my legs were just like nah. And then I intentionally ran. I was like, how about now you work harder than you thought you were gonna work, and that actually helped. They were like, okay, please just walk normally. we'll do the job, boss, please. I'm like 10 minutes behind, but just hearing you say that anxiety about we can't undo the manifestation of being wholesome, spiritually connected, and light bringing beings. Can't undo it, Isaac. You've done it, dude. You're doing it right now. You are becoming that self fulfilled prophecy, you know, where you're like, oh, what do I want to be? What do I think I could be? Right? Asking yourself that question. What do I think I could be? And then creating this narrative of I could be loving. I could be giving. I could be supportive. I could be loyal. I could be expansive. I could be light. And then doing it, living in a way where you become that. And you've done it. You're doing it. You cannot undo it. We're going to save this planet, friends. We really are. And it's not going to be one of us, it's going to be all of us. I'm so happy to be a part of this. I just want you to know that even though I didn't say anything last night, I was smiling ear to ear the entire time. Shannon, you are loved, friend, exactly the way you are. I'm so happy that I made this decision to continue the journey on being a more mindful person. But at the same time, there is that anxiety knowing that I'm on the roller coaster now. Yeah. Yeah. Once you accept that you are infinite, you realize that you are all of the infinity, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa! Ah! 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 Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The roller coaster will never like finish, and that's the joy of it. I don't want to live how I might have been manifesting in my past, but to change it is always scary. Moving towards things that I've never experienced and away from things that we have. Embracing the unknown, accepting that you know nothing, and realizing that that's the point. That from knowing nothing, you get to experience everything. But we have each other, Isaac. Take comfort in that. So much comfort is taken in that. Oh, Shannon, I felt your presence every second. No words were needed for me to laugh alongside you. It was a great night. So much love. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much, genuinely. I could feed him his dinner in a puzzle ball and stream that. That sounds like a vibe. Like, unfortunately, the fractal that instantly gets activated in my mind when I think puzzle ball is a video of a pit bull where the owner puts his pellets in a puzzle ball and the pit bull tries to eat his pellets, and he gets like maybe one or two, and then he bites the middle of the puzzle ball, and then he flicks it up, and it drops on the floor, and the pellets go flying everywhere. And he's like, and I'm like, that dog knows something. That's on such a level. Showing up, streaming consecutively. That is it. Showing up, friend. I've missed you guys. Eat red meat. Thank you for joining us. It's so nice to see you again. How are you doing? No smoking right now, ancient tea. It's been a while for me. Daddy-o, thank you for joining us, Smart Gen. Why do you look like you have just come back from India? Maybe I was in India before I was here, friend. Have you ever taken anything with DMT? Taken anything with DMT? Um, no, I can't say I have. All of you love this wonderful space. We love you, Eat Red Meat. Thank you for joining us again. So nice to have you here. Hey, it's Gateway Process. Thinking of this lovely group of people lately. And now we get to think of you, Gateway Process. Thank you so much for allowing yourself to be seen in this space. We love and appreciate you. It really was. I can't wait for the next one. And there will be infinity. Shannon, thank you for allowing yourself this as well. The FB is chasing Melt from stream to stream. Run, Melty, run! The FB. I'm sorry, Gob. I'm so bad with like acronyms because like FB in my mind means a billion different things. Dude smoked DMT once and raided his mother closet for scarves. That's exactly what I did, friend. Like in that exact order. I was like, smokes DMT, has an awakening, steals scarves from mom. You know, that sequence. And now here we are after having stolen scarf. How weird life. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not exactly how it works, but I mean, if it translates in that way, that's pretty cool, though. Thank you, Freshness. How many drugs are you on? I had some caffeine, I had some grapefruit juice, and I had half an edible, if you have to ask. Does that make you happy? Does that explain anything? Oh, yes. Okay, so grapefruit juice? Check. Caffeine? Check. Half an edible? Check. Mm-mm. Okay, now suddenly experience. No. You are the experiencer, Fred. You are the thing that makes the experience. You are the thing experiencing the experience. You are fundamentally the experiencer. And everything you're experiencing coming from my side is but a reflection of you. How it makes you feel is what's important. Any anxiety medication is also toxic with grapefruit. Thank you for letting us know that. Friends, don't drink grapefruit juice with prescription medication. Like that's a public service announcement. Don't do that. Like it's actually lethal. Please be respectful to the OP. Oh God, there's no such thing as disrespect. There's only love, right? There is just like the other side of the infinity, which is the same love. And if someone is like, and I'm like, huh. Thank you for loving me. Grapefruit also nullifies the effect of some other medications, making them essentially placebos. Again, be careful. Grapefruit juice can be harmful or can cause your medication not to harm you. Lol, to be honest. Disrespectful to song, lol, lol. Oh, should you get this done? Yes, you should. Go do something with yourself. Osner, 55. I don't disagree with your sentiment of go and do something for yourself with yourself. You know, I actually think that's a good idea. Is this anything to do with The Sopranos? No, Slime. But I've had so many people say something about The Sopranos to me that at this point I feel I have to, see what it's all about. Apparently, it's really good, right? Would you friends recommend I watch The Sopranos? I just realized it was FP, forever skipping comments and looking for you friends. So nice to see you. Kira Burb, thank you for joining us. I still don't know who FP is. I had 5 grapefruit THC gummies for breakfast. Lisa's like right now. Thank you for joining us. It's so nice. And what are the odds? More synchronicities. I had 5 grapefruits, interestingly enough. No jokes. I usually have 4, but today I wanted a little bit more. And upon taking more, I realized that it wasn't going to fit in a normal glass. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense, dumbass. More grapefruits means more grapefruit juice. So I took like a mug out and I could add some ice to it. So 5 grapefruits as well on my side, Lisa. That's pretty trippy. Where in the world are you from? What accent is that? I'm from South Africa, friend, but my accent is a little bit influenced. Let me say it that way. Influenced, yes. South Africa, South Africa. Lisa, you mad lad. I swear, if I ever see you IRL, I will recognize you by having whimsy in your step because your emojis speak your actions. It's beautiful, right? Thank you so much for saying something like that and for seeing our beloved Lisa. I appreciate that, Natalie. Hey, Ronnie Briggs. Good morning to you, friend. It's so nice to have you join us here on the YouTubes. Can't wait for the next one. Oh goodness, I can resonate with that story, Mel. I had an experience like that at a stoplight. It was on my phone with Jasmine coming home after a long, good day at work. Dude, it went on for like 3 minutes. I was just in silence, staring forward, embarrassed, angry, and trapped. It instantly smoothed my day, and I and love I felt from Jasmine. We are showing them we're better. We're gonna show them, Isaac. Oh goodness, we're gonna show them, dude. We already are. That's the crazy thing as well. The Sopranos was all right, but the end killed the whole series for me. You see, the end really is a make or break for a series as well. Like I feel the only series that I think really did an ending well, where I was like, this could have not ended any way else, was Breaking Bad. Like that was also like Breaking Bad is my reference point for how good a series is. Like that is where my I put my anchor down. I just watched Sopranos for the first time 2 months ago. I watched the whole series in 3 weeks. I recommend. It's a cinematic masterpiece. I've heard that it's really well done. You know, like that is what it's really about. Like the way that things are shot, the kind of ability to convince you that you're living in a world. That's what it's really about. I knitted 4 huge wool blankets while I watched the show, so I feel like I accomplished something with it. That's amazing gateway process. First thing that I'm thinking about is wool blankets. Like especially since it's getting cold here. Like if it was in the middle of summer, I would have been like, wool blankets, maybe. But now I'm in the exact space where I need to be to really appreciate them. Sister, I'm feeling silly today, Natalie. So sweet. Sad part is I'm probably the oldest. For all of you, bring out my inner child. Lisa, you don't, type or when I read your words, you are Lisa. Like there's no age, there's no gender, there's no like, oh, this way of doing things. There is just you and the experience that you bring forth. So age doesn't matter, not at all. I had 3 Oreos for breakfast. Goodness, that's the most dad thing you've ever said, Corey. At least in this space, that was the most dad thing. Corey is just like working night shifts, eats 3 Oreos for breakfast, gets back to work. I love and appreciate and see you. Thank you so much for joining us, Corey. Mr. Ninja Nanner, it's nice to have you. That rock is amazing, friend. It was a profile of an eagle or falcon. When held sideways, it's powerful. Look up granite, way more than headstones going on there. Oh, brother Bear, I'm 100% pro granite or like marble. Like, dude, like I want to, one of the, you know, self-fulfilling prophecy. That's what the stream is about. My future house, I want to have psychedelic slices of earth throughout all of it, and I would want different, like initially I wanted one solid, fractal slice of reality. But now that upon really thinking about it, I would like multiple different pieces so that I can really go and sit and observe, just be in awe of the magnificence of the universe. And yeah, that's gonna be a thing one day. Not only my table, where we're gonna eat dinner at, not only my kitchen and all of the horizontal surfaces there, but also my walls, even my floors, my ceilings. Grind it everywhere. Show me, universe, teach me. And I genuinely do believe that the world, or Mother Nature, communicates to us in that way as well. Like, even just by looking at a crystal, looking at a slice of a table, or a slice of the earth as a piece of table, you can see so much, and you can like spend a moment looking at a inch by inch little square, and you can see something, you can feel something, and you can move that inch by inch square a little bit over, and you can do that throughout this entire piece, and it will be a unique and divine communication. And then you can step back and you can look like at a bigger piece, and you'll see something there. You can step back at a bigger piece and you'll see something there. Infinity's everywhere. And I would like to have multiple infinities everywhere within the one infinity that I choose to live in. Yes. Words. Back to work. I love you guys. We love you, Eat Red Meat. Thank you for joining us for even a moment, friend. Cartha! I have no means of learning my prophecy aside from experiencing it as it unfolds. I know not the bounds nor the limitless potential, yet I shall let time unravel my world for me and learn to live. Mm. Now that's a thing worth saying if I've ever heard it. That's the information we're transmitting today, Kartha, is that you are already doing it. You don't have to know you're doing it. Like, the details don't matter. The So, okay, again, in fractal thinking, right now we are choosing this resolute idea that love is true, that we want to be loving in this world, right? Towards the people that help us in our services, the people that help us in our, professional lives, the people that live with us in our households, the people that we choose to love, the friends that we take, towards all of these beings, towards our pets, towards our planet, practicing nonviolence, practicing that experience of being loving. And because that is the initial fractal that we've chosen, where it kind of continues out, where the details go, does not matter. We have manifested, we are prophesizing for ourselves a loving future. And no matter how it turns out, since this is the starting off point that we're choosing in this exact moment, that is what we've created for ourselves. And now we just get to live lovingly, and it's beautiful. Like, what more can we ask for? Thank you, Kartha, for living lovingly, Brother Bear, in the moment. I know life has really just begun with this new relationship and elsewhere, and I'm looking forward to growing and learning. I look forward to growing and learning with you, Brother Bear. Teach me as well, please. Kartha, I'm been dying to know how your date went. I wanna share how good the date went, but I'll let Kartha. Like friends. Okay, yeah. We'll let Kartha share if he shares. That just means you get to the age cred to say I am not getting any younger. You got the laugh out of me. Luckily, I swallowed my tea first. Well, that's a little rude. I'm sorry. I can be a little bit rude sometimes, friend. I don't mean to. It just slips out. My humanness. I'm glad I made someone smile with my sheer laziness. Look at us remembering to redirect our comments so Mel isn't confused when he gets to this part of chat. Thank you, friends. I appreciate the love you share. Genuinely. I had two golden Oreos last night for a snack. Where's your fake accent supposed to be from? Yes, you dude. Like, do you think I'm that good of an actor? Like, someone needs to hire me right now. Like, right now, hire me. Hire me right now if I can act this well. If like this whole time I've just been forcing an accent. Maybe I have. Maybe I should speak like this instead. Hmm. Nope, that would be difficult. We are going to get together this weekend with hers and mine to play some games and have a good weekend. That sounds amazing, dude. Wait a second. Oh, I think I've missed a bit. It was amazing. We had a great time, dinner and an escape room. I met her kids over the weekend as well and stayed at her house for a couple of days, met some of her family. Dude, it makes me so happy. Like what Kartha has shared with me is that it is it has become a beautiful relationship, you know, and a relationship can be just a friendship as well, but it is a beautiful relationship. And him going out of his way to actually realize this in his life is why he has this, you know. And it was this back and forth of him coming into the space, asking questions, kind of like feeling out for himself if this thing that he feels is true. And the encouragement that all of us gave him allowed him enough momentum to go out into the world. It gave him enough fire, light, right, that we're sharing here with one another, to go and share that light with another person. And upon sharing that light, she saw it. And now they get to share more light than he would have ever known was possible with one another. Dude, thank you for allowing yourself that. Dude, you literally were just getting courage to ask her out now so soon that you've not only stayed over, met her kids and some family, but are having a great time doing things you both love. Isaac, thank you for seeing our beloved friend as well. I cannot, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful because Kartha started joining these streams, you know, a long time ago, like a long time before he actually went out and got into this, you know, beautiful relationship. And seeing how he's growing, you know, seeing how he's allowing himself this experience after not having it. Oh, there we go. There we go, Shamash. I know it's a little bit cold, huh? It's a little bit cold, you silly thing. Shamash. That is incredible, my friend. Genuinely seeing that gives me so much elation and comfort, reminding how beautiful beauty, how absolute beauty is just a conversation away. Ooh, I love that as well. I really do appreciate you guys. It's a beautiful community here, and I truly wouldn't be where I am in life without it. Not more friends. It's you, Kartha. Again, friend. This is you, dude. Like if you didn't allow yourself this experience, you wouldn't have it. Like we can only have as much as we're willing to give. Give everything. You are ceaseless. You are actually infinite. And when you accept yourself as infinite, you realize you can just give everything. That there is nothing that you can give that is going to leave you at a loss. The self-fulfilling prophecy is giving. You can only receive as much as you're willing to give. Whew. And you've given a lot, friend. You've given so much time, attention, effort in your own life. And that's why you're receiving. And it's a beautiful example. It's a beautiful example for all of us. And I've seen it with all of you friends. Like the amount of stuff that you've taught me, you know, the amount of information that's been transmitted to me when people live more lovingly has been so surreal that I will never be able to believe anything else. I'm unable to. Like it's impossible. Love is true. Oh, I just feel like I know a few of you better now to not speak directly to you, quoting Outcast, you are my brothers and sisters. Hey, yeah. Thank you for joining me, friends. Brothers and sisters. ASL? I don't know what ASL is. Like, I'm guessing it's the disease, but I'm not sure. His fake one is Jamaican. His real one is South African. Yeah, man. I must speak a very. No, I have to stop right now. Oh, goodness. Do you like to toss salad? I mean, we don't really do that in South Africa. Like, we do layers. Weirdly enough. And we do it like we do, at least in our household, we do like small bits and then layers. So we don't toss our salads here. I love the American dude accent. Out of the combinations of useless things you could have written, Out of all of the combinations of useless things you could have written, toast with the loving spice. Oh, you could have said so many beautiful things. And this person is like, dude, can I smell your hair? Here you go, dude. How's that, friend? You could easily check out his videos where he has his family communicate in Afrikaans. This was his first language. Ja, ek sal vir my bietjie moeilik wees om 'n hele aksent te forceer, dude. Ek dink nie ek het daardie mentale kapasiteit daarvoor nie. Dis al klaar vir my so moeilik om te doen wat ek besig is mee. Never mind om 'n aksent te fake terwyl ek besig is daarmee. Yes, hoe baie dink jy vir my? Seems like someone is using their smooth brain. Enjoy your day. Would you be willing to wax me? No, I don't think I will, friend. Like waxing is a little bit like I have to get to know you. Like maybe like we can have some, intimate conversations. Then I can like maybe give you a massage, Like I do believe you can give someone so much love by just giving them a neck massage. And then we can have the waxing conversation. But like right off the bat, that's a bit of a yikes. Just like a bit much. Good to see you. 4 8 equals 4 plus 4. 4. So today's actually is all fours exactly. Fours everywhere. Bad the creepy commenter. Gob, I'm leaning into it. I'm seeing love nonetheless. I'm so happy you're opening up and showing your beautiful self, Shannon. I hope to catch you guys once for these chats. Always with you in spirit. Lisa, like the fact that we are showing up in a moment, even just by thinking about that space, you're there. Like everything is just a thought away. Your loved one is just a thought away. If your spirit came from a previous human, which is undoubtedly yeah, it was most likely from Asia, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Not at all. But again, I would rather not say the thing I'm thinking because it's again a little bit out there. What if it's the implorable? What if what of it is the improbability of previously never being in Asia? Vibes. Yes, I agree, Natalie. I'm going. My mom's calling for dinner. Good luck to you. Lord, thank you for joining us, friend. Have a good one. Have a nice dinner. Front page. Maybe it's front page. Thank you. Thank you, Toast. I think it might be front page. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. What a good book. And the movie is also not bad, actually. Love you, friends. Love you. Thank you so much for sharing the love, Shannon. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I don't know why my brain was like, Natalie. Oh, that is the acronym, I'm guessing. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Say HGTV. DIY garden. We've already started. Melt your stone house sounds cold. Oh yes, probably good acoustics though. It probably will be cold, but you can just have like those, like hot water, and you can technically use either geothermal or you can just use the power of the sun to just like run hot water through all of that granite or all of those, pieces of marble, making them all nice and body temperature to the touch. There we go. Another little fractal attached. Problem solved, Toast and Malost. I didn't know about the acoustics though, dude, because it will be very echoey. It sound isolated. Maybe geothermal earth house. There we go. Yeah, you're also in tune with that, Natalie. It's a hot location. That's perfect. And it might be in South Africa first. Just because it's so difficult for me to actually get a visa or to immigrate anywhere else. Like people don't want us. It sounds a little bit brutal to say that, but if you don't have a degree, which I don't have, they're just like, "Yo, you're not valuable, dude. Sorry, you stay where you are." Melt missed my comment about being accosted, and it came across as positive, changing my perspective even on accident. Melt the Jedi mindbender. Melt away what doesn't serve, and then with the goo build what will. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you so much for growing with me. Like the fact that we can do that, Isaac. The fact that you friends are choosing to do that boggles my mind. Thank you so much. Heated floors for the win. I've never experienced heated floors, but I've I've heard so many people hype heated floors that at this point it's like, yes, warm floors. I can also like imagine meditating or just sitting on the floor would be nice as well. Melt, I need to know how to spell that Yassi. Yassi. It would be Jassie. Yassi. That's technically how it would be spelled. Like we say like the Y sound. We don't really use the Y sound in Afrikaans. We say yeah for the J sound. That's our yeah. Much to you, Toast. Thank you. Lol at layered salad. Sure. Um, thank you. Thank you for laughing with me. Good job, Mel. Thank you, Mix. Sending you love. Thank you, Jovan. Oh, who needs tears? Love to you. I love when you speak in Afrikaans, Melty. Sounds so cool. Thank you. I was just basically ranting about my willingness. I was like basically saying that if I try to fake an accent on top of what it is I'm doing right now, I would die. I would just, like one day I would just not wake up. My body'd be like, another day of showing up while faking an accent. How about no? Straight up, flatlines. There he goes again, speaking gibberish or Afrikaans. Yeah, Afrikaans, they say. Are you friends? I was laughing hard. I was like, no, what the fuck? We only toss salads on Tuesdays. But it's Friday. Oh, I know. We won't do it again. I've always been interested in earth mound houses. Like earth ships. Absolutely. Like earth ships is the thing that I kind of thought about first. But the problem is we don't have like loose soil. The soil here in South Africa is pretty packed, either rocky or extremely turfy, and there's very rarely in betweens. I mean, in certain areas there will be, but at least in the areas that I've found myself in, not so much. So it would be difficult to build earth ships. But I think earth ships would do pretty well here in South Africa because it doesn't get absurdly hot. I mean, it does. It gets like the max that I've experienced is like 46 degrees Celsius, which is like 105, 110 Fahrenheit. But the coldest it gets is like -5 degrees Celsius. Again, depending on where you are. But it's tolerable for most of the year. It's not that like that, the whole year at least. I've always been interested in earth mounds, like a sick little hobbit house. Dude, like building into earth is like my perfect idea of what a house should be. But the problem is digging into earth is really not easy. We use explosives, that helps. And I don't know if I should say this, but I know how to use explosives. It's actually pretty simple. it's it's very simple. You get explosives, you get blasting caps, you make sure you have enough range on your blasting caps, you get a drill that has like the word that's coming to my mind is hole burr. So you basically drill a big ass hole into the earth you want to have blasted. You measure how much you want your explosives to be, and then you put it into that hole, and then you cover it with like a putty with your blasting cap on the inside, and then you blast earth up. But I don't know if I'm actually allowed to do that, as a normal person. I don't think I am. But in my mind, where I have this idea of having like a house built into like the side of a mountain, I see myself doing stuff like that, and then I see people coming and arresting me. The house I live in is built into a hill. That's so sick, actually. Me either, but they sound amazing, right, Shannon? One day we will also have heated floors, if it's necessary, right? Like we'll weigh the positives and negatives. If we can do it energy efficiently, we'll have heated floors, I'm sure. Hobbit house. Yeah, see, got it. There you go, Toast. Thank you so much for asking about the bear. You're so amazing. Ever since I saw Lord of the Rings, I still want my time back. I've wanted to live in one. Oh goodness. Lord of the Rings, 12 hours of movie. It's just like a casual 12 hours. They look so freaking cool. I'd love to walk up into those houses. They're using the hillside for support. Mount, like for me, also like having a house that has grass growing over top of it, it also like really triggers a good vibe in my head. How's it going, everyone? Doing so well, Helio. Today has been a cool day. How are you doing, friend? Good morning. What's happening here? Minaru boy, what is happening here? We are feeling, from the feeling, sharing, from the sharing, prophesizing that which we want to be and want to become going into the future. At least in today's stream, that is what we showed up for today. You know, I was like, live as a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know, and then whatever that means, I had to come and talk about that today. So thank you for joining us, friend. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the idea that you are a self fulfilling prophecy? That by showing up for yourself, by wanting to live a life of happiness and positivity and love, that you become that self fulfilled prophecy. How about that? Ooh, ooh. Freaking dealing with heartbreak. So looking for distractions. Ooh, I feel that, dude. Like I want to ask you some things, but I don't know if it's like I wish there was like a little space next to your name that would say like not too soon or too soon, so I could know what to say next. But but do you feel that in any possible way that this breakup or heartbreak that you're dealing with is in a way a self-fulfilled prophecy? You know, and I know like I don't know anything about what you're going through right now, but it's something that I feel needs to be asked. It's something that I would want to ask myself. Like, we're here with you, friend. Like, that on the most fundamental level, we're here with you. You're not alone. We see you. Your heartbreak will heal. At least know that, friend. Your heartbreak will heal. Infinitely likely the answer. What's happening here? Infinitely likely the answer. Don't you freaking label me toast. There's. But Mel, you label yourself with infinity. Damn it. Don't use my own words against me. Thank you, Toast. I appreciate the love you share, man. Hanging out, conversating, sharing love. How's it going? Thank you for sharing love with our new friend. So good for you. Happy Friday, brother. Sandwich. Happy Friday to you. Thank you for joining us. Tahoe joining us as well. Silver. Thank you for joining us. Put that wub in my butt. Interesting username. Thank you for the helpful. I appreciate you, friends. How are you? How are you doing? How's life been treating you? How have you been treating you? Sending love and healing, friend. It comes in waves, and farther and fewer between. Just keep swimming. Whew. Thank you, Toes, for transmitting that as well. That's tough. What are some of your hobbies? Guess everything happens for a reason. Who knows? You know. Minaro boy, you know, friend. You're here to remember. You're here to serve. You're here to love. And you're here to remember. And by forgetting, you get to do all of those. You came here for that. You came here for this. And even if you only have it in this moment, even if you only have this sense of connection, the sense of you are seen, you are loved, you will be okay and you will heal. It's exactly what it needs to be. Thank you for joining us, friends. Thank you for sharing this moment with us. I hope you feel better soon, friend. I hope you feel better soon. The masculine side of myself wants to give you advice. The feminine side of myself just wants to be here with you. You are loved and appreciated, friend. I wish to be less depressed. I got a new job and no narrative thoughts creep in, and new narrative thoughts creep in. I'm guessing it's hard to overcome them. It sucks. Silver. So, would you be willing to share? This whole stream today was about being a self fulfilling prophecy and living as a self fulfilling prophecy. So, these thoughts that you have, do you vocalize them? And in vocalizing them, do you act them out? So, like, that's something I want to ask. And it might be an uncomfortable question, actually. But trying to ask you that question in a means in an attempt to try and think of the opposite of that, to try and start saying things, to try and start thinking things, even if it's a reaction to you thinking something. I'm guessing it's negative, not narrative, like having a negative thought, contrasting it with a positive one, like, oh, this job, how long am I gonna be working this job for? Like maybe that's a negative thought you're having, and then being like, oh, okay, negative thought, but at least while I'm working this job, I'm going to receive a salary, and with the salary, I can maybe save some money, right? Bringing the other side of that infinity. Oh, this job, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Yes, I'm maybe not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but in doing this now, I can allow my future self to do that which I could be doing, that which I'm supposed to be doing. So instead of trying to escape the depression, instead of trying to escape the negative thought, to be with it and to allow that as a prompt for you to try and bring a positive narrative as a contrast to the negative thought that you just had. Ah, damn it. Freaking still gave advice. How dare you, masculine. How dare you? I'm sorry. But I'm not. Thank you for being willing to listen, friend. Our thoughts are like clouds ever passing. You don't have to engage with all of your thoughts, acknowledge them and let them pass. Also, beautiful advice. Thank you for the feminine perspective. I appreciate it so much. Who needs tears? You have no business unbuttoning that top button, you handsome man. Unbuttons another. Starts plugging my OnlyFans. Dude, thank you for the love, friend. I appreciate it so much. Ah, I'm trying. I won the competition, took a nap, and now these thoughts pass like clouds. Maybe I'm still not understanding the change. There is only change, friend. Realize that there's nothing to understand. You're just supposed to experience it. I feel that is definitely something that we hurt ourselves with. I do it a lot. So I'm not saying I'm not supposed to. When I'm saying a lot of these things, in this space, it's like something is speaking through me, at me, with you, friends. It's like a whole infinity paradox loop as well. And trying to understand everything can be very detrimental because everything cannot be understood, especially not just as a normal human. And I'm saying normal because who knows what we're going to become within the next few decades. But I don't think the point is to understand. The point is to experience, Silver. I think I've missed. Oh goodness, I think I missed a lot of them. Now that they sound amazing. Okay. The only complaint about this house is the downstairs isn't sealed, so it gets very damp down there, and I'm fighting mold all the time. I wish I could give advice on that. Like, the only thing I'm thinking is like tea tree oil. Oh, that can be a pain in the butt, Shannon. Maybe a dehumidifier down there. That's actually a plan. I just imagined you like Hemdall from Norse mythology, Shannon, the guardian of homestead, slayer of mold. All bacteria tremble at the swipe of her hand. I like that. Oh, Meld. It's not that bad. I've had to whack some strangers. I mean, I don't think it's bad, but like as a oh hello person, will you wax me? I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, that is literally what people do to Isaac, because Isaac is like a hairdresser as well. Gives people a beautiful overhaul, and a part of that beautiful overhaul would probably be waxing as well. So they're just like, "Hello, stranger. whacks me. And Isaac is like, sweet, sit down, Mr. Sir. I'll whacks your face anytime. Lamau, pretty much, Isaac. I do have a dehumidifier, but with the cost of electricity, I don't run it as much as I'd like. I have to talk to the landlord about figuring out the best way to go about it. I use white vinegar. I think that'll work as well. Life wants to live, huh? It's like sick. Water in the air? Game time. Grow, boys, grow. What is it? Change. I wonder. What is it? Well, Tahoe, thank you for joining us, friend. How are you doing? You're grounded AF today, buddy. Thank you so much, Toast. I'm feeling good. I am wearing red pants. Maybe that's the thing that's grounding me. Roots absolutely shooting out of my my legs into the ground. Change can be hard at times. It's a process. Maybe reflect on why the change seems to be difficult for you. Amazing question as well. Thank you for that. Who needs tears? I appreciate you so much, friend, for being able to provide your perspective. I'm nervous about using essential oils because of my baby boy bun. I think tea tree oil should be okay. Tea tree oil is very antibacterial. I believe it's antifungal as well. But I don't think it should be bad for your bunny. I mean, Google, is tea tree oil bad for my bunny? But then I see people spraying tea tree oil on their bunnies, and I'm like, no, please don't do that. So I don't know if that's the result you're going to find. But thank you for being so mindful of your bunnies. What is the most valuable trait that you would like to or do for Phil? To be the expression of love, Sandwich. To be the expression of love in every single moment. That is, I feel, the most fundamental prophecy that I'm trying to fulfill. I'm sorry, friend. Love is stuff business, sending you healing and loving energy. Thank you so much for that, friend. I appreciate it, Lisa. That worked for me, and it's giving the negative voice a name and tell it to stop talking. As soon as you notice the negative narrative start, tell it to shut the fuck up and sit down. uh, like, weirdly enough, the first name that I wanted to give that voice is Estiad. I was like, Estiad? Place to. So maybe I will. Maybe I will actually. Wub wub, like a booming bass. Oh, wub wub, like a booming bass. Or a I wub you. Double and Andre. I wonder, what is wub? Okay, I get you. Put that wub in my butt. Okay, I get it. Thank you, friend. I mean, like the feelings you get with like some thick bass, like it's literally a bodily feeling. Like you are feeling the music, like just as much as you're hearing the music. Nope, the thoughts just pass. I was feeling miserable during the last months and now experience change. It is so surreal now. Okay, Silver. I mean, that's good, friend. Experience it, allow yourself to understand and feel into the fact that you can experience that change. I see that's really tough. I hope your landlord can help out. I do hope so as well. It should be his responsibility, right? I like this a lot. I tell my narrative, negative voice to stop and shut up. The more time goes on, that voice comes up less. You realize you can identify it and you can notice that that's not you. It's like a part of you, it's the resistance within you, but it's not you. Just as this body is not you, just as this experience you're having is not you, you are the experiencer on the most fundamental level. And you're experiencing that little negative voice as well. You can just tell it to shut up. Be like, oh, yeah, I'm experiencing this, but how about nobody? But you puts a sock in his mouth. They are very, very sensitive and have very sensitive respiratory systems. All the research I've done pretty much says better be safe than sorry and just don't use essential oils around them. And I'm guessing they're in the basement as well then, Shannon, if you're going to be extra careful down there. They're long together. Learned relationship. I mean, yes, I'm letting them pass and I don't act on them or vocalize. That's okay, friend. Like as long as you're not manifesting those things in your day-to-day life, like I think it's okay. It's natural. It is a part of the process to have negative thoughts throughout your day as well. But getting invested, becoming attached to those negative thoughts, and then in turn sharing them with other people, and then living in a way that is that negative pattern, that's where we, should pay attention. That's exactly what I do. My negative inner dialogue, especially during flashbacks, gets out in a cage and sprayed with a fire hose until it shuts up. It doesn't get to talk anymore. I love it when you love my love. Thus, you guys, I got discreet wireless headphones trying to act like a functional human at work, but everyone here just sees my random giggling. It's just like, oh, Jovan. Like they're either like, oh, she's insane, or they're like, oh, she is distracted, or she's distracted by insanity. Maybe that's the right narrative. Thank you, Jovan, for being here with us. It's complicated. I'm stuck in a torture loop now because it wants to be only friends for now to see if we can try again or not. Stuck in a limbo. So, Minaro, the fact that you're here, man, this bug, dude, I think he wants to be consumed by me. Look at him. Keep taking him out of the water. Bruh, stop. I like almost drank him that time. The fact that you're here, at least in my opinion, to me says that I should share what I'm feeling, right? And if you have to question, if it's complicated, if you're stuck in a torture loop, if you want to only be friends or you want to be back in a relationship, you want to try again, then you shouldn't. Because if it's the right relationship, if it's the one that's meant to be for you, if it's the one that's going to be the most fulfilled, the most beautiful, the most genuine relationship, then it will be without that torture. It shouldn't be torture. At least I believe that. Like I've completely abstained from pursuing relationships for the last 4 years. And I'm gonna continue indefinitely. I'm not gonna seek out relationships anymore because I know they shouldn't be that torture. If it's gonna be, it will be, friend. And for you as well. You don't deserve that. Just a quick hello to a Melita. Thank you for joining us, my friend. It's so nice to have you here. Sing beautifully. I know you will. Share your voice and love with all of those around you. My landlord responsibility. That's hilarious. I felt it in saying it as well, Shannon. That bug has a death wish. It does. Like I can't imagine it would be a good death either. Finding yourself in stomach acid, slowly getting dissolved. Oh goodness. I'm probably suffocating in acid first. Please. I do not want to experience it. Thank you. My brain was like, oh, okay. As I'm giving it information. Oh, yes. Bug body. Bug limbs. Oh, acid all around me. Oh, suffocating. I was like, oh, here you go. It's like, no, please, thank you. I'm just speculating, not asking. Oh goodness. Woo, stick appearance, keep manifesting. That is literally what this whole stream has been about, Melita. Like I would encourage you to actually watch this one. Like I don't usually encourage you friends to rewatch these streams, but this is definitely one of the ones that I am going to save on my own rewatch list. Cody, what? Talking about people we've manifested today. I sent Cody like a message saying that I'm looking forward to being able to spend some time with him again, and here he is with us. Thank you for joining us for the day. I left for like 20 minutes, and that bug is still going in that water. I'll let you know if he does it again, dude. And like I don't know because it's exactly the same species of bug, so it might be a different one every time, but it's the exact same size, exact same species, and he's been in my water like 3 times at this point. So I keep saving his life. We'll see. We'll see if he does it again. I feel the negative voice get sad and die off each time I do it, and it's almost empowering. It's 100% empowering, dude. You are recognizing the side of yourself that identifies with light, identifies with love, and not giving the side of yourself that is this negative narrative any room. It's like, yeah, sure, but no. Sounds good. Thank you, Cody, for joining us. How are you doing, friend? How's life been treating you? How have you been treating you? That question. I hope it makes you feel something. That's like you don't even have to answer. If you're just like, how have I been treating myself? and then just allowing yourself to feel what that feels like. Well, thanks. I will try to walk in nature during the weekends to refresh my mind. It has always been helpful, definitely. Silber, like we have like some scientific evidence for that now. Actually, 100% spend some time in nature if you can. Spend some time focusing on your breath if you can. Hello, non-normal, non-giggling robot Jobat. Solid, discreet plan. We love you. We love you, Heather. So nice to see you, friend. Thank you for finding yourself in this space with us today. Right, it's the best feeling. Make me think of the Borderlands commercial. No fractals. Arpan and Heather go better together. Oh, I like that. Happy to be here. Happy to have you here, friend. Thank you. Change is difficult because I probably accepted having a little luck during the process, and now bam, it worked. Red Pants works on you. Thank you, Silver. I appreciate it, friend. You are becoming your self fulfilled prophecy, friend. And bam, it works. Yes, Silver. And it can be intimidating to realize that if you do the work gets done. And then being like, oh, shit, now I'm gonna have to do the work. And you're like, yeah, what can I tell you? If you don't do the work don't get done. And then it is difficult to make that change. I know. I have trouble with myself, Silver. But it's not about 100% just like clicking into the complete opposite of that infinity. It's about experiencing the spectrum, and allowing yourself to fluctuate back and forth, but still trying to tend towards, to add momentum towards the light side of the infinity and to try and slow yourself down when you're going into the dark side of the infinity. But I know you got it, Silver. Sending you love, friend. Exactly, and it helped to kind of satisfy the need to express self dislike towards a part of ourselves we would rather convert to something positive. Mm, So, being negative towards your negative self allows you an outlet to be negative towards your negative self. Hmm. That's actually it makes kind of sense. Instead of being negative towards yourself, you're negative towards the negative part of yourself. Allowing your negative part to be negative towards something, but allowing that negativity to be contained within negativity. All right. Okay. 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 Nice. Put that in there. Exactly. It helps kind of satisfy. Okay, for one songs to promote the game. I'm a big fan of change. It's inevitable, so I enjoy and embrace it. It's literally the only thing that we can say always will be there. Oh, like yeah, change, the only constant, and you as the experiencer of that change. Your positivity is infectious. Get infected, Silver. Get infected, dude, and go and share that infection with other people. Goodness, someone just clipped that and is like, look, Meltmore is an insane person. What? Look at what he's saying. Go and share light. Go and share your love, right? Thank you, Silver. I appreciate it so much. Like Melty is saying, you can try to remove your attachment to those negative thoughts. It might help you be less depressed. You're not those thoughts, friend. Like just realizing that. Consume the bug. JK, don't do that. Toast, like, unironically, the last time I saved it, I was like, I'm gonna eat you next time because I know it won't, hurt me, but it's gonna definitely hurt him. And sometimes, you have to learn the hard way. If your biology, your genetics, your DNA expression causes you to keep trying to drown yourself in water, maybe, just maybe, you're not supposed to pass those genetics on. And I think about stuff like that sometimes, and I'm like, no, shame. The bug doesn't. The bug doesn't want to die. He's just stupid. Literally, I had to dig soil from toes of an old lady every 2 weeks in school. She enjoyed gardening in sandals. Then coming in for a pedicure. Like a monster, dude. Yo, Isaac. As I was reading that, I was like, what a dragon. Like that was the mind that was coming to my mind. That was the word coming to my mind. And then you said like a monster, like an actual monster. Who does that? I mean, she knows what she's doing, but that is like, oh my goodness. I'm tripping, dude. Oh, you're so strong. You're way more powerful than I am, Isaac. So, like, levels, dude. So many levels. That's so cool, though. Thank you for sharing that. Just like it's kind of hilarious too. You can't. You have to admit it's kind of hilarious. Scene where you fill a spray bottle with a solution on mold. It's gonna look for the link this afternoon, Shannon. Thank you for sharing. Love, Lisa. You're a good girl. I'm not sure I know how to do that. They just pass, and I'm not interested in manifesting them or allowing them to create new reality that will not be positive. You're doing good, friend. Like the fact that you're aware of them and you're aware of them passing, you're already doing well. Stop laughing. Don't laugh. How are you always so happy? Oh my goodness. I'm not always happy, friend. Like like I don't know if it's a 50-50 representation, probably not. But there are streams, where I'm just straight up not having a good time, and I'm still showing up, friend. And that is the thing. You don't have to be happy to show up. You don't have to be happy. And I know that's like, what the fuck, Melt? What do you mean? I don't have to be happy. You get to be happy. And when you do things that serve you, when you take care of yourself in a way that is indicative of happiness, then you're happy. So I'm not happy all the time because I do things that are not indicative of my happiness sometimes. I lose my temper and then I say things or I react in a way that is not beneficial to my growth or the growth of the ones I love. And then I am very not happy and I experience a sense of dread and like, over and over again until I rectify that thing, which I did, which was not in service of what I know is true. And that what I know is true is love. So love towards myself, love towards my pets, love towards my earth, love towards you, friends. And the more I live into that, the happier I get to be because I'm trying to live lovingly, friend. But I'm not always. I don't think being happy always is even possible. We have to have unhappiness to know where our happiness is. Both sides of the infinity again. I think so right now. It's awful, Isaac. You're much stronger than I. He's such a cool dude, right? Like, man, Isaac, you seem unbelievably present though in the moment. I am. Thank you, Cody, for being in this moment with me. I don't need to be anywhere else. I can't be anywhere else other than where it is we are right now. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Like I technically don't even know what that means. At least when I say it, like the fractal, maybe my brain just sparks out where it's like, and then it's like, nope, don't understand, don't know what that means. Self fulfilling prophecy. It tries to grasp at it, it's like maybe this, maybe that, maybe so. Oh, I know. That's what I'm doing. Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out details. Stop. Why? You don't need the details. Hey, lovies! Mrs. Peach, Eden, thank you for joining us. So nice to have you here. How is Little Fruit Cup? We've been sharing so much love with beloved Corey. It's gonna get trouble. She's losing it. Fire stream today. Dude, I'm feeling so lovingly. Like, it's crazy. I appreciate you friends being here with me today. Hey Lisa, there's also a paint on substance, non-toxic. Doesn't smell, just paint just paintbrush or roller and paint over the mold. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. That would be I think a better fix actually. If I could split myself into a bunch of mini Jovans, Jobots, ooh, okay, instantly imagery. Like Jovans, I was like seeing mini Jovans, and then the Jobots one had like these nano machines, like dividing into smaller versions of Jov. Okay, so anyway, I would give every one of them a hype flag and coffee, and put every one of them on you guys' shoulders for real. Y'all get mad goof energy. World needs that. World needs you, Jovan. Where you are. I just wish that the people you were around right now could actually would allow you to give them that goof energy. And I look forward to us manifesting for ourselves a company, right? Like the whole meaning of a company is for people to work together to realize, financial freedom for themselves and for their communities. Like that is what a company was originally supposed to be, and we're realizing that for ourselves. And I cannot imagine, I look forward to having a Jovan in the office, if you will, absolutely hype energy us up, like giving us a reason to want to thrive. Thank you, Jovan, for being who you are, friend. I see you. Looks even harder. Wild roller coaster. It can be fun. It can be a lot of fun if we let it be. It's true. Who needs tears? Literally, you just have to let it be. You have to raise your arms up, surrender, instead of trying holding on to the thing. Just being like, I'm supported. I'm held in body. I'm held in this seat. I'm just flying through this coaster, and it's been tested with an infinity. I'm stretching this analogy a little bit. Just surrender. You're doing fine. Let yourself melt. I must go, but I have been enjoying this ride, so you will soon go and live life with no regrets or self doubts. Kartha, I'm feeling that with you right now, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I saw this little arrowhead that was split in half, and it had one white side, one black side, and then it had these like colors. I don't know how to explain when I see that, and I can see it over and over again. It's like a rainbow, but within the different spectrums of the rainbow, there's like curvature, and then as the curvature goes down, the top part of it is the initial color of the rainbow, and then as it curves down, it has different colors, and then it stacks those little curvatures on top of one another, and then they turn, so the colors change with them. Oh, thank you for sharing love, friend, for allowing me to live without regrets. Have a great day. Try to draw it for some time. Take it easy, Shanna and everyone. Try to draw it for me sometime. Kartha, like, unfortunately, I don't think I can like draw maybe like slices of the stuff I see, but I won't be able to really realize the stuff I see until I can do it in 3D. But thank you for the encouragement again, friend. I want a little Joe Bud plushie to wear on my shoulder. Whole new fractal. How would a Joe Bot plushie look like? Thank you for that, Toast. Thanks, man. Thank you, Silver. Little 5D chess for OCD. Intrusive negative thoughts loops. Exactly, dude. I'm like, oh yeah, negative thought. How about this positive thought? And my negative thought is like, fuck, that was a good point. Negative thought. Oh yeah, how about positive thought? It's like, shit, this dude is literally not allowing me a second of room. Can I please just be negative? No. You can, but like you're gonna allow me to be positive. Thank you, negative. No, damn it, stop it, stop doing that. What I want to do is survive. It's what I have to do to survive. Toast us literally fighting ourselves, dude. My shoulder Joe Bot just told me to rob a bank. It's like rob a bank and give it to the poor. It's like no, no shoulder Joe Bot, please, please with the intrusive thoughts, Joe. How about you go and give all of your life savings to that person? No, please, shoulder Chauvat. I need to live. I need to take care of myself as well. How about you give your car keys to that person who's driving a bicycle? No, please, shoulder Chauvat. Oh, goodness. Love you all. Thinking of you always, friends. Thank you, Isaac, for spending a moment with us today. Just to like, even if it's just a moment, spending this moment with us today. I appreciate you so much. Have a good one, Brother Bay. I look forward to seeing you again soon. I had an unreal experience meditating earlier this week. Ooh, that's some juicy pretext. I envisioned a beam of light like a lightsaber with rings of a light at each chakra and a bead of colored light circling each ring. So, zoom, and then boom, 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 and then I like that. Yeah, I really like that. That's pretty sick, Ninja. Thank you for sharing that, dude. I appreciate it so much. Oh goodness, Gabi got a deviant. I'm happy that I could lean into the deviant Jovan as well a little bit. I then realized I could split each bead into smaller ones and have something similar to a Bohr Rutherford diagram, where you have pairs of beads circling the ring, and you could add or remove as many as you needed to match or complete the other beings. Damn it! My mind doesn't have that fractal of what a Burr Rutherford diagram is. Hmm. Nope. It looks pretty. The things my brain was like, maybe this, maybe that. How about this? But none of them I think are right. Like I was imagining these balls initially going around the ring, and then as soon as it's split, it has to follow a new axis. So instead of just going around like this, it was going around like this. And then if it splits again, it was like going around all of the different axes. And then eventually there was so much density that they created not only an external ring but an internal ring, again creating a torus field around the initial beam. But I'm not sure if that is what you mean. I want to melt more. You are, Ebony. You are already. Like, yo, melt more has been. I've like attached so many meanings at this point, Ebony. So many meanings. Like, I actually want to read it for you, friends. Like I'm going to end the YouTube stream and I'm going to read to you friends every single thing that I've attached to the Meltmore name for myself right now. Just so that I can share that with you friends. Like because I feel I really want to right now. Love you, Meld. Love you, Fred, so much. Shannon, thank you. Wait, this is not the ending. Crappy connection today. It's the ending on the YouTube. It will continue a little bit longer on the Reddit, and then it will be the end for today. Just for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm sorry, Shannon. Love you, Shannon, Nana, Banana, Karthik, and Isaac. I really like that. Shannon, Nana, Banana. Man, that's so freaking cool. Jovan, you're quite something. I love and appreciate you so much. Goodbye, YouTube friends. I'll see you again, maybe on the Reddit. Mm.